visiting MrCross.org once again. In this video, we're going to cover sharing a document in kind of a teacher-student relationship. And what I mean by that is we have a student who has a file, maybe it's not even a Google file, but maybe it's a Word document, and they need to share that with the teacher so the teacher can actually view, edit, and possibly grade that assignment. And we want that to work without a lot of hiccups, and we want it to be very easy for the student and the teacher to use. And we do this all by shared folders, and I'm going to show you how to right now. So what I've done for this little example is I've basically set up a Gmail account, which is going to serve as the student account, which is on the gmail.com domain, and then I've got a school account, which is on the .org or .edu domain. And so these two things I can operate them at the same time. That's how I'm able to show this to you. Normally you can only operate one Gmail account at a time without logging in and out, but this should help us so that we can actually see what the student sees and then also see what we're gonna see as a teacher. Alright, so the first things first, I got to create a folder where I want all my assignments uploaded. And I do that by doing create new folder. And I'm going to just name it, and I'm going to name it upload work. And this will be a place where I want it to upload work. Now, there's one thing to keep in mind with this. You could create a folder for individual assignments if you wanted to. So you could just keep creating a folder structure. Maybe inside of upload work, you've created several other folders that is for individual specific items that you want. And that helps you keep them organized. That's a great way to do it, and you're certainly welcome to. Now I'm going to say OK. And before I go here, I'm going to type upload work again right here, and this is basically I'm doing some advanced naming features on this, and at the time when I created I can do that, and I'm going to give it a red color, and then I'm going to put this is where upload work. Okay, and when I hit save, you'll see now I've got a folder underneath my main folder. So this is my class. I've got some handout worksheet folders, and then right here I've got upload work, and the upload work folder is red, and I like to do that so the students can see it, and then I also know that that's where the work's going to be. So nothing's done. This student is not going to be able to see that folder yet. They don't have any idea what's going on. But one of the odd things I have to do is share this. So I'm going to share this folder, and I'm going to say I'm going to go to sharing settings. And underneath there I've got add people, and I need to have the email addresses of my students here. Now once I've entered them in, I will be able to basically give them permissions to view or upload items into that folder. And I'm going to put down my other account, which is going to serve as my demo account for my student, and I'm going to click share, and when I do, it's going to say this. It's going to say it's outside the items domain area, sure you'd like to share. You're going to get this message if you're doing what I'm doing, where I have two different domains. I have a Gmail or Google Apps account for school, and then I have a Gmail account which would maybe be the student's account. So maybe your student is on your domain. In that case, this would go away. If your student has a Gmail account and you have a .org or .edu account, then you'll get this message, and you can just go ahead and say yes because you know who they are. It's not like you're sharing them with just anybody. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit close, and I've essentially now shared that with this other account. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and nothing looks different except for right here where it says folder shared with me. If I drop that down, I will see I have an upload work folder now, and this is the folder where I would like to actually have the students upload their work. So I have the upload work folder here and the upload work folder here. So if I'm a student and I have a new item, I can hit upload, and then I can select a file to upload. And in this case I've created a little file called student document, and it's a Word document. Notice it's not a Google document, which would share just as easy. But this is actually an outside document, so it can be a document or a file. I use this for programming class where they're sending me maybe a file of HTML or CSS code. You can do that with any file type. So they get a gig and some megabytes of RAM, I think, there that they can store it in. Not RAM, storage, sorry. And I've selected it. I'm going to hit start upload. But one thing I want to tell the student first is that you need to designate a folder. If I just hit start upload, it's going to upload, but it's not been shared yet. So you need to designate a folder, and it'll say their folders, or you can click here and say upload work and say OK. Once I've done that, this file is going to upload into the upload work, and then when I hit start upload, it's going to do its thing. And now I have a student document that is shared with this computer. So I'm going to do a refresh here, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my Comp App 1 folder, and I'm going to go to my upload work, and there's my student document.x, and it tells me who it's from. So there's my student names right there. So it's real easy for me to go down the list, see who's turned the assignment in, compare that with my roster, and know that several students haven't turned it in. And it'll show me who else is able to edit that document as well. Now if I click it, I can actually open it and work with it. And this, again, it's just a real handy way of doing that. Okay, so aside from sharing documents from other applications, one of the coolest features of Google Apps is to share the documents within Google Apps with each other and have the ability to collaborate and kind of edit on them at the same time. And so what I'm going to show you now is a student who creates a document. They're going to just go ahead and hit create new document, and they're going to type something like this is a document, and up here I'm going to type document, and I'm going to say OK. And this has actually been saved now, and if I go back to my Google document and I go to all items and I refresh it real quick, I'm going to see the document right here. Now the document is not currently shared, nor does it exist in any kind of folder. So we remember we created this folder that was shared called upload work, and the student needs to get this document into that folder. And how they do that is you actually click that document, say folders, click on this so it's folder shared with me, so it drops down, then click on upload work and say apply changes. And all I've done is I put a tag on that document that says that document belongs in the upload work folder. When I apply the change, nothing happens here, but when I go to my shared folder and look at it, because remember we're looking at all the items, doesn't matter where it's at, and you'll see right here it says it's in the upload work folder. When I click upload work, sure enough it is. That's the document. So now when I go back to my teacher account and I go to my upload work and I'm going to refresh, I will have a document in there, and again it shows the student who sent that to me. When I click on the document, this is where it's really fun. If I was given permission to edit this document, I get to edit this document. And there's all sorts of tools, including the comment tool. So I can highlight this, say insert comment, and now I get to make a comment on this document, and I can put this is really good work. That comment is now saved, and when I go back to the student document, it will be available to them. So this is the student account, here's the teacher account. So the student and the teacher are seeing the same document, and they're seeing the comments. Now the student can also make a comment back to the teacher by saying insert comment, and they could say thank you. And once it saves and I go back to the teacher account, I've got thank you right there. Now one of the updates that they've done most recently is this is in real time, which means you can actually watch each other type on this. It's a great way to maybe get 4 students involved, because you could have a project where all 4 students are typing on the exact same paper at the exact same time. And what that really does is it takes your group dynamic and changes it, where groups normally maybe one person gets the most out of it because they're kinetic learners and they're the ones actually using their finger and they're writing with a pen and they're doing all of this stuff, while the other 3 maybe are staring off into space or spouting out ideas. Well, now you can get all of them using the machines and actually typing in some of the information together as a group and collaborating on a single document that they only have to share one time with the teacher, and the teacher is able to actually see that, make some changes, tell them what they've done right, provide instant feedback, and really kind of make that education process on the computer come together. So I hope you enjoyed this video on Google Documents and sharing and kind of a teacher application, and I hope this helps you utilize Google Documents in your classroom. Thank you.